All right. Greetings, Grand Rising. It is such a wonderful opportunity to come to you. My name is Sanahara Amachandra, and I'd like to welcome you to the Sacred Mother Portal. Today's topic is going to be, I hope, a little effervescent. How about that word? That's a good word, effervescent. So I'd like to welcome us always in with breath. So if you don't mind joining me in some deep breath. So let's breathe in and breathe out. We're going to do that 2 more times. Breathing in and feeling our bodies. Breathe out. And a 3rd deep breath in. And breathe out. And I welcome us all into this sacred space. So greetings. Today, as I said, a topic maybe, I hope, a little effervescent, and many, many blessings to all of you all who are in the range of my voice. I'm really grateful that you continue to support me. At whatever point you find my video, it's a beautiful day. And today's topic, as I said, is a little effervescent. It's called hope as an aspect of the human condition. And I want to talk about it because in these days, many don't often align with the idea that there's hope. And so what comes through me when it comes to this conversation is the aspects of the spectrum of hope. We have a spectrum of hope, like we have a spectrum of so many things. And the spectrum of hope will normally take us from being hope-filled, or hopeless. And all of these things are related to our belief system and our story. We all have a story, and it's created often by our experiences. The words that are spoken over us and go into our subconscious mind, into our programming that we're not even aware of. And slowly over time, it's either added to or dismantled. So if you're someone who tends to err on the side of being hope-filled, you may be someone who had experiences that lifted you up. And that could have been because of what someone said, what you read, what you've personally experienced, but it allows your hope to flow. And we give thanks for those kinds of experiences and people who operate from that space. And then we have some who've had opposite experiences, trauma experiences, places where they have been spoken over terribly and told that it is what it is. It won't be any different. In fact, their hope was stabbed. I'm not being funny. Their hope was like pinned down to the ground so that it couldn't get any wings, couldn't get any air, couldn't get any lift. And these are people who have found themselves feeling often very hopeless. Like even when they would try to rise, their balloon wouldn't go so high. That's the spectrum. To some degree, we all find our way there, and we can find ourselves in that experience dependent upon the situation. There are some situations where we dare to hope. We dare to believe. We say we're willing to try, even though there's a part of us that still is like, And so hope is almost like peeking out, shyly trying to get some lift, while there's another part that's holding it down. And a lot of that has to do with our relationship to our heart and not wanting to be hurt, not wanting to be disappointed again, not wanting to prove those others right again. And then there's some who move past hope into dogged determination because they have to prove them wrong. We can have a very different relationship with hope, though. So let's take a deep breath in again. Oh, how about that? Let's take a deep breath in. And breathe out. And know that hope has stories that may be part of what weighs it down or gives it fuel. And this is where the work again comes in, to understanding our relationship to being human as well as divine. Divinity and hope, they do have relationship. There is an expectation of moving through. And what we have found is that, yes, disappointments will come. And something has to come back through you to fuel your will to try again. To fuel your will to try again. And everyone has their own path. Some are going to take paths that are going to require them to bump their heads a few times as they're shifting into new paradigms and new spaces. Some people have different paths that are going to allow their balloon to float in different ways. Some people have hope that you just can't kill. Their energy, their lightness, their buoyancy, it cannot be stopped. I love those kind of people. I try to be one as much as I can. But there are times when those blues, they come to greet me. And I tell you, there's an energy around how we deal with the blues, how those blues, color our days. And there's room for the blues. There's room for sometimes sadness or disappointment. They are, again, just aspects of the human condition. We are that. While we are divine, we wear these flesh. We wear the earth on us. We are formed of earth. And since we are formed of earth, if she can rain down tears or rain, if she can rain, so too can we. So as we move in this energy of heart, right? This is when your zoom in and zoom out can help you in hope, and allowing it to get enough air to float. We can allow it to get enough wind to lift it up. Comes through our relationship with our heart. And that's when we discover the lead, the stories that can keep us down. The agreements, when we say, yeah, it is, and you sound like that might be some lead. That might be a story that needs to be reframed, readdressed, reassessed, removed. We're Mercury retrograde, work them re's, those R-E's. But I share with you all that the power of hope, it is the gift of the childlike spirit. It can be the gift of the childlike spirit. Where there is hope, there is some degree of trust. And that trust can come from the sun is going to rise again, and I love to watch the sunrise. Sometimes watching a sunrise gives me so much awe and wonder. Watching the birds fly and watching nature perform its miracles can feed us with the understanding that maybe there's a miracle working through me. So hope gives us an opportunity to reconnect with our inner child, and much grace and love to my brothers and sisters of the light who carry pain, and trauma and feel absolutely like hope is for suckers. There are some people who are like, hope is for suckers. I don't hope because you're only going to get disappointed. I get it. I understand that's your story. It's working for you. But is it working for you? Is it keeping you burrowed in and safe? But is it limiting you to only a certain level of experiences in life? I'm asking questions. If you're one who doesn't believe that things can be better, that this is only the way that it is, only the way that it ever will be, if you're living in that space, I breathe with you and I accept you. Hope is on a spectrum. And everyone has to serve their part in how we move this thing along. It is my prayer, my position, that if we can lead more people towards the side of the spectrum of their hope having some wind, having some possibility, having some potentiality, well, who knows? Maybe our lift as a humanity can give space for others to find their own lift. Humanity's heavy in a lot of ways. Humanity is heavy right now in a lot of ways. Unless you've learned to do something that I try to do, and I'll use my language to help you. My language is following golden signs. My language is following those small little things that lead me in the direction of like little flashes of light. Like, what's that? What's that? And a lot of times it shows up in serendipity or synchronicities where a word will be said and then in a whole nother conversation the word will stand out, or this will happen and then I'll listen to this and there it is again, and then something else and then there it is again. And I'm like, okay, so I'm in alignment. Like I'm not in a space where, and they're all spoken of in the same vein, like go this way. They're all like little arrows saying go this way, go this way. And that is how I've learned to work in the flow of spirit, right? Everyone will have their way, but I will tell you, part of a belief system that can keep you in either direction of being hope-filled or hopeless deals with our originating point. The place at which the point or the perspective where we stand and we look out at the world. And some of us will look out at the world and say, everything's out to get me. Nothing ever works. You hear this language? Everything is out to get me. Nothing ever works for me. People are terrible. You hear this language? Look at the world. It's never going to change. We just need to trash it and start all over again. This language. Which direction do you believe it will allow your effervescent? Are you going to be effervescent, or will you most definitively be flat and grounded and your hope likely pinned to the ground? Hope for me feels like children's laughter. Hope for me feels like the laughter of little people. And their sound is soul. And it does things for me. Now, let's try some other language that might give us some lift. Things are always working out for me, Abraham. Things are always working out for me. I remember when I realized that I could believe that there's a conspiracy actually towards my great good. That if we live in the space of duality, understanding that it's all just one, duality that's all one, then it helped me to understand that if I can believe that things are always conspiring against me, then I can believe that things are conspiring for me. And maybe I need to go through this situation, this circumstance, to get the strength or get the lesson or get the tool or have the resource that's only going to serve me. Because it's always working out for me, even when I don't know how. And I breathe. And I cry. And I relax. And I let go. And I vent. And I yell. And I take baths. And I drink water. And I eat good food. And I do everything I can to give me some lift. Let things go so it can get me some lift. I change directions. I spin all around. I jump up and down. I shake it out. Whatever I got to do to stay moving in this body so that I don't miss anything. I don't want to miss a truth that's locked in my knees. I don't want to miss a truth that's heavy on my shoulders. I don't want to miss a truth that's in my head. I don't want to miss a truth that's caught in my throat. I don't want to miss something that's telling me something so that we can have a conversation. And when I have conversations with myself, with my guides, with what's happening in me, usually I can work it through to say, well, that's what we are, but have we taken a bath? I ask myself those questions. Do I need to take a bath? Have I drank any water? When's the last time that I ate? How are you feeling? Do you just need a hug? And when I go through these things in myself, usually there is an answer. I do need a hug. Like I do. I get a lot from my child, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just using that to say, on the spectrum of hope-filled and hopeless, we all will kind of move up and down this gradient. And that's okay. It's okay if you're in a space where disappointment has hit you and is weighing on your heart and your head. It is okay. We're here with you, and we'll sit with you, and we'll be with you. And if you want to do something different, that's good. And if not, that's good. And we'll be as much as we can. And the sun will still shine for you. And the birds will still sing for you. And the trees will still give you oxygen. And the flowers will still spiral up and dance. Because they're going to be. They're not going to think too hard. They're going to be. And maybe you can be with them. Be in your body breathing. Be in your body feeling. Be in your body exploring. Be in your mind releasing these things. And then waking up, able to hear and know and feel. Life is still living, and I am too. Maybe it's not. Even if it's bad, I'm still here and I'm good. Or I am. I don't want to get into the good, bad binary. That gets complicated. So I thank you all for journeying with me on this conversation. I really do want to pull a card today. So I have, we're going to pull a card from the Starseed Oracle. I was going to pull, I have a couple of tarot decks. But which are my favorite right now. But I'm going to pull from the Starseed Oracle as we deal with this energy of hope and see what she has to say. This is the Starseed Oracle by Danielle Noel. And I love them. They're beautiful, beautiful deck. And we're going to see what comes through. If you're someone who needs or interested in an intuitive reading or energy clearing or something like that, inbox me, whatever. I have a website, but, I haven't linked it. Don't mind me. My business is not all the way. And hope still floats. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm getting there. I am, and I'm grateful for the process. It's quite a journey. Let's see. Yeah, it feels good. Mm. Mm-hmm. Uh, Brothers and sisters, I love this particular card. I wasn't expecting to get it. I got chills when I looked at it. But this is the card, and it says, "You are not alone." And it's a card that we look at when one is in physical isolation, needing of community, physical connection. So I believe that many of us may be experiencing the impact, the long-term impact of the space we've all been occupying. And it can be really hard to allow that hope that comes just from seeing the buzz of something that feels normal in our life and in our world. And so this card to me comes through as a reminder to let you know that you are not alone. We are here together and we're going to get through this. It's written in the stars. It's written in us. We are still here. And as we gather more of us together to transcend physical space into heart energy connections where we begin to feel our heart rays go out, east, west, north, south, and connect with each other, the isolation is not so isolating. It is your simply understanding that you are an organism unto yourself. And as such, we have to find ways. I'm going to bring this card close. If you see between their fingers, you see those sparks going through their fingers. That is how we begin to interact with each other through air, space, and time. If they can send a call that rings on my phone, and the phone is here, there's no wire, we can have wireless connections. You see that? Wireless connections. We can send out that energy and feel it come back. And we can send out that energy. I'm sending energy to you right now. I'm sending love. If you're feeling alone, I'm sending you love and connection. If you're feeling in need, I'm sending you love and connection. If you are having energy of disappointment and despondency, even despair and overwhelm, as I breathe in, I'm breathing out and soothing your heart. I'm allowing you to breathe in with me and find the places in your body where you feel tight. Find the places in your body where the stuck energy is and breathe into it. And listen to its story. There's energy that wants to move through us, that is yearning for this connection between each of us. And so as we reach for each other, just like the sprout reaches to break through the ground into the light of the sun, so too are we reaching to connect with each other. I feel y'all so powerfully. Oh my gosh. I love y'all. This is our work. This is our path. This is our way. And the more we lean into that, we then begin to know that. And then we begin to be able to guide others from our experiencing of each now moment. You are not alone. Though you may feel isolated, you may be craving physical connection, and community. We are that. Yes, it's online. Yes, I'm a real woman with a regular day job who comes on to share her absolute heart with you all. I've become clear that this is what I do. I hold the energy of the Sacred Mother portal. And she wants us to know that we are loved. We are one. And we have to understand that the human condition is not greater than our divine condition. We cannot get away from our divinity. Even as we struggle inside of this human thing, working to be born, working to free ourselves, working to experience more expanding out. She is always and ever with us, our Divine Mother. She'll never leave us. Even when our physical mother leaves us, our Divine Mother will never leave us. The love of a mother, oh my God. And if you did not know the love of a mother, the pain that you experience from your mother is letting you know, in the way that you felt how wrong that was, is because you know in your heart of hearts what is right. There's a love from the Divine Mother that is unlike anything. Yes, there's a love from our Divine Father. I am not saying there has to be either or. There is no either or. We are just being asked to open our hearts to the love of our mother so that she can guide us deeper into who we are to be as beings who have hope and consistency and great love. So I'm going to play the bowls now. Let me grab my sticks. 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 Alrighty, y'all. Had a little fun there. We're going to play something. We'll see what comes through. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for us. I'm grateful that we're courageous and continuing to do our best. Even when we hang our heads down, she's still there. She's there. And so, we'll play the bowls. Let's see what wants to come through. yaddy, 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 I will watch you grow through your life, witness your soul taking flight, and I love you. Yes, I do. Give the wind to play with your hair. Give a light that shines everywhere. 'Cause I love you. Yes, I do. I know sometimes that it's hard. Feel your heart breaking all apart, and I so love you. Yes, I do. I know you'll grow through it all, through every rise and each fall. Oh, I love you. Yes, I do. Oh, I love you. Yes, I do. I witness your choice. It is your path, it's your voice, and yes, I love you. I do. And as you live out your life, I get to witness your light. Mama loves you. Yes, I do. Mama loves you. Yes, I do. And at the end of your days, as your life it fades away, come to Mama. I am here. Come to Mama. I am here. Mama loves you. Yes, I do. Mama loves you. Yes, I do. And so we can allow hope. We can allow light. We can allow love. We can allow possibility even in the dark. Even in the desperate moments and the overwhelm. And she gave us breath as she allowed these bodies, these representations of the divine feminine on earth, to say, come through. You, I love you. I feel complete. Thank you all for being with me this morning in the Sacred Mother Portal. And I'll be back. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace and blessings.